Yeah, I just want to give this quick update to my subscribers. Um, apparently, um, Trey King is up to his same old tricks again. Apparently, he's upset, obviously, because this video of his, YouTube is not letting any of the ads play on it. Even though he's attempted to get, you know, ads every 3 minutes. He's attempted to make money off of the death of Renita Williams every 3 minutes, is what he attempted to do. And apparently, YouTube is cracking down on that stuff now. He's not getting the ads for the recent sad incident of Renita Williams, which is her death. And he's not getting compensated for this, even though he's trying to get compensated for it every 3 minutes. But apparently YouTube is not letting any of that go through. So his trolls, there's nothing that they can do. I mean, they have tried everything to bring down my whole channel, and they can't do it. And the reason they've been trying to do it is because of these videos that I post exposing him for who and what he is. And like this, they don't want this stuff to be shown, and the numbers just keep going up and up and up. So 13,000 more people know about him and Lovely T.I. than they did 8 months ago. 13,000 more people are aware of what they do and how she helped him and taught him all of the scams and all the things that they do, all of the underhanded stuff that they do on all of these platforms, and all of the underhanded stuff that they do behind the scenes, and I'm assuming buying subs, buying views, everything. She probably trained him, and there's select people that look up to her like she's, this it person. Why, I don't ever know. There's even people that look up to Tasha K in the same way, as if, with all this respect. But the only thing I can, relate that to is just that they don't really know the ins and outs of these people. I know the ins and outs of them. I know what they do. Everything they do is about a buck. And if they don't get a buck, or if there's a problem, they send their trolls after you. They're coming after my channel again, you know. But the comments are disabled. They can't, I don't want to hear anything they have to say. I don't want to hear anything, no one can see anything that they write. They can't comment. All they can do is just swarm around the channel. They can't do anything to it, you know. In the event that they ever take it down, all I'll do is just start all the way back over from scratch and create another video that the algorithm will wrap its pretty arms all around and caress it. And in another 8 months, who knows, it might even get triple the views that this one has gotten. Because I've taken this one down several times. And I think one time I took it down when it was just really blowing up. And I'm not on here for fame. I'd rather, a few people find out about it every day, every week, every month, every year, than for it to blow up one big time and then that's the end of it. I want it to just, carry on and carry on and carry on, so that every day, every week, every month, every year, more and more people learn about these people and what they do and what they're about. So yeah, he's not getting any money off of that. And if I had to guess, any money that he did get off of it, there's a credit that's owed back to Google. So they'll probably subtract it from any of his future earnings that he receives. Um, so anyway, that's it's just what they do. It's just what they do. They will always do this. It will never change. It's just what they do. Um, but anyway, here is the link to my Patreon page. It's just called Stuck on Stupid. I'll start posting videos on here in July. In July is when I'll start posting videos. So you guys can come and join and support and learn, and all these things. You have to be an adult. You have to be an adult. You can't see it if you're not an adult. You have to be an adult in order to see it. I have to update this video here. I'll actually record another video, or either I'll have to record another video, because I don't like the fact that other people somehow or another their videos are attaching themselves to me, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But anyway, for anyone who really wants to know the real deal, and how he's been coming after me for a year, over a year now, there's a playlist on Stuck on Stupid channel. And this right here, it lists, I think there's 29 videos, and they go over everything about him. This one goes over about the sad events, the never be a PewDiePie. It discusses the sad events policy at YouTube. This is the first video I did about him, which started all the problems on this channel. This is just where I revisited it, and he's doing the same thing he's always done. He probably recently found out that they aren't going to pay him for, reporting on death. He probably realizes that now. And I don't know. I'm guessing his blood is boiling as a result of that. So let his followers pay him. Let them reach in their pocketbooks and pay him for the money he's not making off of the deaths of these black people. Let his followers pay him for their deaths. Let them reach in their wallets and get their credit cards and let them pay him for death. Because news channels are not profiting off of death. They just aren't doing it. I even made videos about that. I know it's a lot of videos, but it's a lot of knowledge as well. It tells you a lot about these people and what they do, the underhanded things they do. And, like I said, karma just has a way of coming back at these people. It just does. There's just no way around it. And like I said, if I had to guess in his personal life, karma is probably just eating his ass up. If I had to guess, it's eating his ass up. But anyway, I'm going to take y'all to Stuck on Stupid channel. There should be a link to it. Yeah, right here. So this will take you guys to my channel, which is right here. This is the channel. And you hit playlists. You'll see what how it's all set up here. And apparently, YouTube scams, that's him. And then, of course, there's two channels, two playlists specifically for him. One for Know the Ledge and one for the Trey King Show. They both have the same videos in them. So either one, you aren't going to miss anything here if you don't click here. And you aren't going to miss anything here if you don't click here. They both have the same videos in them. But it's just the underhanded, sick things that people do on here. Why anyone would get on here and try to make money off of anyone's death. I mean, a black female, a black male, a white female, a white male. Why anyone feels that they have the authority to get on here and put ads on videos that they make about someone's death every 3 minutes to try to make money, why they think that's okay, I'll never know. I mean, I have to question anyone that even thinks that that's all right to do something like that. To me, it just screams at a person that has absolutely no morals. But then you got to look at who trained him. He was trained by LOVELYTI. She helped him with all of this. So, in essence, they are both a team. So I don't put one above the other. What one does, the other one taught how to do. What one does, the other one co-signs. But eventually, YouTube is probably eventually going to get rid of both of them because of the underhanded things that they do with their trolls and the fact that they use their platforms to make homophobic slurs to people that come on here and have an opinion about what they do, and the unethical behavior that they exhibit. Now I can't stop the people that support them, but to me it just says that I don't put them in any different category than I do the people that they are supporting. They're all the same. So let them reach in their wallets, let them wait till payday comes, and let them start paying these people out of their pockets for death, as opposed to Google cutting checks to these people for death. Because Google doesn't even do that for news stations. News stations on YouTube do not even sit around and put ads through death coverage. And if these people had any kind of ethics or journalism 101, they would know that that's unethical. They know it's unethical, but they don't care. They do it for $1. Like I said, anything for $1. It doesn't matter what it is. His video proved it. Every 3 minutes, he put an ad in there. But they aren't paying him for that. They aren't. They may have at one time, but they aren't anymore. And I'm guessing whatever amount of money that he got off of it, it will be subtracted from any of his future earnings. And of course, my channel is always a target. It always is. Because they see the potential. And then the fact that I'm, going to be moving to Patreon, I imagine some people probably right now just pulling their hair out of their heads, you know, and pulling their tongues out because there's nothing they can do. They can't comment. You know, they can give every video I have on my channel a down arrow. It's not gonna, no one's gonna see it but them. And this is a channel I um, that I claimed back. This is Meeting of the Minds right here. This is my Meeting of the Minds channel, which is my very first channel that I created when I was on YouTube. Meeting of the Minds. So anyway, you may see some content here or there coming up on here, but the bulk of my content will be on Patreon, on my Patreon channel. That's where you will see the bulk of my content now. So anyway, this is just a quick and dirty video to let you guys know what's going on. Be careful about who you support on here. You know, remember, he worked with his sister. You know, these two people are a team. In the background, I wouldn't be surprised if they talk to each other, they text each other, they message each other, they visit each other. You know, they probably put their heads together and try to, you know, scheme and con and all this other different stuff that they do. I mean, last I checked, LOVELYTI even had, you know, copyrighted HBO documentaries on her external website. Why she would think that's okay, I'll never know. But that's what I'm saying. You have to look you have to look at the source. Okay? If you're being trained by a scammer, and you're a scammer, then, you know, you can expect all kind of scamming ways. Scamming things are going to happen. Behind the scenes, in front of the camera, behind the camera, things you'll never see, things you'll never hear. But believe me, they are constantly plotting and scheming. Constantly. And a lot of times they get angry because they can't get the money out of Google that they want. They can't get the money out of YouTube that they want because, you know, Google and YouTube isn't going to just cut them checks for all this different stuff that they do that is unethical. I mean, you have to look at it. Who would take HBO documentaries about Michael Jackson and then Lifetime documentaries about R. Kelly? These are copyrighted works of art, copyrighted materials that LOVELYTI does not own, but she records them and uploads them to her external website that she has. Now, whether or not they're still up now or not, I don't know, but the last time I checked, they were there. The last time I did a video on her, on that particular subject, they were both there. So just, you know, blatant copyright infringement. Blatantly. She knows she doesn't own that. She's been doing this for 13 years, and she knows what copyright infringement is. She doesn't care. You know. These are the things that they do. You can expect the ante to be upped more and more and more as the checks get less and less and less from Google and YouTube. You can expect that. You know. They'll keep doing videos, but they'll be asking for GoFundMes and PayPals and whatever kind of money they can get from y'all, they want it. They don't care. They just want your money. You know, that's all they want is your money. You know, and as I stated before, these are not successful YouTubers. I have never done a video on a successful YouTuber. Maybe one day I will, but ever since I've been on YouTube, anyone I've ever done a video on is not a successful YouTuber. No one that I've done a video on, you know. One day I'll probably find someone with 20 million views. I mean 20 million subscribers, and then I might do a video on them. And then that will be the only successful YouTuber that I've done a video on. These people are not successful. They're con artists, they're scammers, they're greedy. They'll do anything for $1. Copyright infringement, putting ads on death every 3 minutes. I mean, anything for $1, you know. So let their subscribers reach in their wallets and purses and get those credit cards and let their subscribers pay them for the underhanded things that they do. Because YouTube and Google isn't going to do it. They aren't going to do it. They aren't going to sacrifice this platform for 2 scammers. They just aren't going to do it. And that's why they stay angry a lot of the times, because they can't force the money that they want to force out of YouTube and Google. They can't do it. They can't force it out of them. And they try everything in the book to do all the underhanded things that they do to try to get around the rules of YouTube and Google, and it's just not going to work. And once Google and YouTube catches up with them, then any money that they got that they weren't entitled to will be subtracted from their future earnings. So, they're never going to get on here and speak on anything like that. It's going to be business as usual. But I'm smart enough to know that in the background, they check in. Their trolls check in. Their followers check in, see what I'm up to. See if my channel is still up. See if the videos are still up. They look at my views and my subs. And they think they're better than me because of a view and a sub. But they're not. They're just scammers and con artists. Fortunately for me, my finances aren't to the point where I have to scam anybody for anything. I don't have to do those things. I'm not in need like that. And I work for nobody. And I'm still not in need. Not to the point where I got to get on here and try to scam and con people and beg people and lie and cheat and steal and all this different stuff that a lot of people do on here for $1. I mean, I hate it that people are in that type of a financial situation that they have to do those things. Fortunately for me, I'm not one of those people. I don't have to do those things. I've never had to do the things that I've seen people do on YouTube in my whole life. I've never had to do those things, ever. And, when you start doing illegal stuff, that tells me that there's a level of desperation that's out of this world once you get to that point. And a lot of these people are at that point. Tasha K is at that point. LOVELYTI is at that point. The Trey King of the Trey King Show, formerly the Know the Ledge Show, formerly the Truth Show, is at that point. But they aren't going to show you any of that on camera. It's going to be business as usual. They don't want to even give an inkling of any kind of distress. But at the end of the day, the money is getting less and less and less. The things that they used to get money on, they can't get money on anymore. The illegal things that they're doing, eventually they'll get caught up with. Eventually, LOVELYTI will get caught up with that copyrighted material on her website. If it has not already been removed. Eventually, Lifetime Network will be suing her. The producers of that work of art about R. Kelly will be suing her. HBO will be suing her about that Michael Jackson documentary that she has no rights to. Blatant copyright infringement, you know. These people, you have to look at it. These people, eventually, they're going to get caught up with. Eventually, whatever money they made is going to be spent defending themselves in legal action. And they get on here and they charm you, but I see through all of it. I've always seen through all of it, you know. And they can send 1,000,000 trolls to my comments to try to persuade any reader otherwise. That's why I shut down the comments. I shut down all of the comments because they come on here and try to debunk what I say, And to me, those people are just as sick and underhanded as the people that are doing these sick and underhanded things. So anyway, just make sure you check out Stuck on Stupid on Patreon after July the 4th. Okay, I'll see you guys then.